So students, hope you're all doing great. Today we are going to know about what is Arduino and what can you do with it and also what kind of Arduino board we are going to use. Okay? So very simply, but how do we know? Let's go. So yes, it combines hardware with software in a perfect way for beginners to start creating hardware projects and control them with simple programming. And before even we go further, what can you do with Arduino boards? Well, actually a lot of things, students. So two of the most common project fields are home automation and the robotics. For example, with Arduino, you can create an alarm system in your home, isn't it? And also control the movement of a robot, detect obstacles, make some music, create a weather station, work with IoT or Internet of Things, etc. Right? And Arduino board is a small electronic board which contains what is called a microcontroller. So the microcontroller will be responsible for executing the programs that you have written. Not that a microcontroller is quite different from what runs typical computers, which are microprocessors. So to give you an idea, the microcontroller on the Arduino board is running at 16 MHz and has 2 kilobytes of memory on a standard computer. And you can get, for example, a multi-core 2 GHz CPU and 8 GB of RAM. So when you look at the numbers, well, the difference is huge, isn't it? So with the microcontroller and Arduino, you can see that you won't be able to do things that require a lot of computation power, for example, processing images. But on the other hand, a microcontroller is much cheaper than a typical laptop and is also much closer to hardware. So you will see that with Arduino you can easily control many hardware components and the computation power is in fact good enough to run many projects. So don't worry about that. So you just have to know that computers and electronic boards such as the Arduino are the different things made for different applications. Now, where can you find microcontrollers in everyday life, students? Well, they are everywhere, right? Every day you see or interact with many electronic devices that are run by microcontrollers. For example, you can find microcontrollers in your phone, a microwave, a washing machine, a car, plane, etc. Basically, any electronic machine contains one or many microcontrollers. Now the thing is that working with electronic software and microcontrollers in general is quite difficult. And there is a big learning curve before you can do anything. And here comes Arduino. Thanks to Arduino and the Arduino boards, it is now much easier to start working with electronics and microcontrollers. Arduino, yes, is the easiest way to get too flustered in the microcontroller and the electronics world. While Arduino boards, as you will see in the schools, and you can create fun and interesting hardware projects in no time. So students, and after learning Arduino, if you want, you can dive deeper into the, microcontroller world and reach a more advanced level which can lead you to more projects and, for example, a great job. So with the Arduino, no complicated setup at all. Just install the software that is called the Arduino Integrated Development Environment and that's it. So then you can directly create circuits and upload programs to your build. So I will explain you all that step by step in this course. Okay? Now, when was Outliner created? Well, first, when we speak about the name Arduino, we speak about the Arduino project initiated in 2003, students, with the goal of providing a low cost and easy way for any people to start hardware projects with microcontrollers. So the first created board was named Arduino Uno and is still currently the most popular to get started with Arduino. After the Uno, many other Arduino boards were created. And today you can still regularly see new boards that are released. So amongst the most commonly used boards, you can, for example, find the Arduino Nano, which is basically the same as Uno but running on a much smaller board. You also have the Arduino Mega, which contains more hardware connectors and is a little bit more powerful. Arduino Uno, Arduino Nano and Arduino Mega are the three most common boards you will find in many projects, and then you have so many other boards which contain specific functionalities for specific applications. So with all these boards, why Arduino Uno? Well, this is the most popular one. Easier to start and learn with and also with enough hardware connections. So to start with many projects, if you already have a Nano or Mega board, note this is totally fine and this will work the same for you. And after this course, if you have a different project and you find that another Arduino board would be more appropriate, then go ahead and get a new one. The Arduino hardware and software are open source. You can find them on the internet, for example, on websites such as GitHub and behind such a big open source project. You then also have a big open source community. This aspect is what makes Arduino great for your projects. So you can easily share any project you have and get feedback from more experienced users participating in other people's projects, learn and discuss with many other people and find that Arduino Uno is the most popular means that you would encounter even more projects and help using this board on the internet. So to finish with the Arduino board, well, what can you actually find on that board? The first and important thing is the microcontroller here. So this way, to run your code on the board and interact with the different hardware components you add to your secret. Then you have a USB port so that you can put it on and connect to the Arduino board to your computer. You also get a DC power jack if you need external power supply. You should also have a push button on the board which is named the reset button to restart your program. Directly on the boards that you have all the components to make the board run correctly. But you need to worry about those foam because that's not really important to get started. And last but not least, the hardware connectors to plug different hardware components on the Arduino Uno. So you get 14 digital pins, 6 analog pins and some power pins. We are going to use those pins extensively during the course. And then I am going to explain to you everything to know about them in the following sections. Alright? That's pretty much it for the board. Note that because Arduino is an open source project with open source hardware, then you can actually find many different Arduino boards produced by different manufacturers. So depending on the board, the color and the layout may be different. But the pin layout and the microcontroller don't change. So basically, nothing changes for you. Alright. Now, you should have a better idea of what Arduino is and is not. What you can do with it and what kind of boards you can use. So this picture, yes, this big picture will help you understand what you're doing during the course. Okay students, thank you.